Thanks everyone for joining us for another edition of the Chapter's Health System Q&A. We've got a very special guest with us this week. Last time we spoke with her, it was the Director of Nursing Standards, Jennifer Durbin. Today, she's coming to us as Lieutenant Colonel Jennifer Durbin with the Florida Air National Guard. And Jennifer, I'll just let you kind of jump in and explain here. What have you been up to the past 4 or 5 weeks?
Thanks, Pat. So it's been a very, very busy 4 to 5 weeks for me. So I mobilized with the Florida Air National Guard, and our duty location is actually Miami Beach. We are currently working in the Miami Beach Convention Center, and we have stood up a 450-bed hospital or field hospital here in order to care for patients, specifically COVID-19 patients that are actually overflow from the local hospital system.
Yeah, and you were giving me a little video tour before we started this, and it probably looked a little different a few weeks ago when you first got there, I bet.
It definitely did. So when we arrived on site, the Army Corps of Engineers was finishing up their hard construction of this actual site. So when I say a hard construction, they've actually done internet connection. So we have all of the computer wires running through here. We have electricity. We have oxygen piped into our patient rooms within each individual pod. So each nurse's station is set up. We have 2 pods that mirror each other, and there's about 40 beds on each pod. So they all have full capabilities of electricity. They've got electric beds, we've got oxygen, we've got gas. So we've got everything piped in that we need in order to care for our patients here in this what's called a hospital of opportunity. So we take locations, maybe vacant old stores, or in this case, it was a convention center, and we actually can build in a hospital into this location.
Wow. And what has the patient volume been like over the last month?
So patient volume here, it's going to be a really good thing for me to tell you that we have not received patients into this facility as of today. So that's a great blessing for us. That means that the hospital system here has not been overwhelmed as was predicted or anticipated. So we've spent the last 2 to 3 weeks training as a team, training on the equipment, training on the facility, and so we are ready to go if for some reason there is a surge or a reoccurrence that we need to respond to. But currently, it's a blessing that we've not received patients into this facility.
Well, that's great to hear. I know a lot of people here at Chapters are certainly excited to see you. Do you know when we might be seeing you back here in the Tampa Bay area?
So I have a pretty good idea when I'll be back in the Tampa Bay area, and we'll talk about that offline. And I've shared that with leadership this week and let them know an approximate date to expect me back there at Tampa. So we're one of 3 facilities that was stood up here in the Miami Beach area. So the other 2 have actually closed down, and anything that does come and that is needed will divert to our facility.
So you're one of the last ones holding it down then?
We are ready if we're needed. So I'll also go ahead and share that as I sit inside the air conditioning, we have members of our team outside. We did a soft opening today for a walk-up testing facility, and tomorrow we'll do our full opening for a drive-up facility and then the mobile testing facility. So we are still being very utilized and working very hard down here. Our mission just changes daily, as you can imagine, as the response to the disease changes and what our needs are. It definitely changes daily.
That's great. Well, Jennifer, as you know, or may not know, it's the other day was National Nurses Day, part of Nurses Week. So thank you so much for everything you're doing. You're making us all at Chapters very proud, and we can't wait to see you. Hope you get home safe and sound.
Thanks so much, Pat. Again, thanks for the call out for the Nurses Day. I got to spend my Nurses Day with some very special medics here. So Army and Air, it's a joint force mission as we come together. And I got to celebrate with some of Florida's finest.
Fantastic. Well, we're all looking forward to seeing you soon. Thanks, Jennifer.
Thanks so much, Pat. See you later.